Going to highlight exactly the changes that are going to be implemented in your life by the time the year approaches. These damn airplanes. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Kenny Tarot YouTube channel. If you are new, hopefully you like what you see and you become a member of the family. But hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are doing amazing. But today we got a new topic. Obviously it's a new video, but this topic was slightly requested, and I say slightly because I kind of made somewhat of a change. They wanted to know, airplane. Y'all would think I live, right underneath the airport, as much as the airplane flies back and forth here. Anyways, but today is a topic that was slightly requested. The request was to do a video on what your life would be a year from now. And typically I don't like doing that only because a year from now is actually a long time. Like, a lot can happen, a lot can transpire, and a lot can change, right? However, I slightly, acquiesce to their request because I'm going to say it and change it a little bit to where we focus on the differences. So the question is, how different will your life be in a year? But Spirit is going to highlight the changes that are going to be implemented in your life. Now, we're also going to see how your current energy now is going to affect your future. So with that being said, you guys, I must also say, you can change it. If you don't like what the hell you hear in these readings, just know that you can change it. I guess that's a good thing as to why the future isn't necessarily set in stone, and that you actually do have the free will to actually change it at your will. So with that being said, I've gone off too long. Please choose from these piles. From left to right, we have crystal quartz. We also have amethyst. We have saldilite, and we also have black tourmaline. Please choose with your gut and not with your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number one? We're about to find out how different will your life be in a year. The cards that they gave us are the Moon card in reverse. We also have the Eight of Cups in reverse. We also have Ace of Coins in reverse. We have number 8, Accelerated Motion, which in this deck is equivalent to the Eight of Wands. We also have Domestic Harmony. So I have to also tell you guys this, that as soon as I was pulling out cards, usually when I pull out cards, they usually say a few words, or they say a lot of things to really kind of maybe give me an overall theme. And one of the words that they did say as I pulled out this card was balance. And you're going to see later on why I was so shook a little bit, because as soon as they said that, they pulled out this card, which is balance. So I was a little bit, I'm like, you know what? I should be used to this by now, but I'm not. If you're a tarot reader like myself, energy reader, when stuff like that happens, it still is pretty freaky. Anyway, so we also have Yin Yang in reverse. We also have Let Yourself Receive. And we also have this card that we'll get into later. Pile number one. So for this group, there is definitely the life is really going to take more of an introspective turn. It's also going to be all about you. I kind of feel like this group, it has not been all about you. The focus for you, I'm getting the main focus. I see travel. I see travel as pretty much the main source as to how you're going to really develop as an individual. I also see that this is going to be like within a year, or I guess in a year, you either are going to have decided to really do things that you've always wanted to do but never could do due to certain circumstances that you were in or maybe currently in. Yeah, traveling is a big thing, and it's also there about balance as well. And when it comes to balance, it's more so about. It seems that your life right now is more focused on one aspect. Like for example, I do sense that some of you guys work all the time. Your focus is all about making your money, which I think is a great focus. But Spirit is saying that in a year's time, balance, whether it's all work or some work and some play. You know what I mean? Some time for yourself. I also feel like the other part of balance could be that some of you guys could be more focused in a relationship that you're currently in. And it could potentially be a relationship that kind of, not to say that it's a bad relationship, but it could be a relationship in which you've kind of put all your individual goals and aspirations on the back burner for the sake of this relationship. And that's something that's going to be shifting. Let's begin. So we have the Moon card here. The Moon card in reverse, for me, speaks about how things are coming to light, hidden things that are within you, things that you maybe kept deep inside your heart are now coming up to the surface. I feel like this is in regards to your passions, your inspirations, your aspirations. I feel like, I don't feel like it's your fault though. You either are in a relationship, or you just been focused on work or school, or maybe you have a family in which you have to take care of, and unfortunately, you weren't able to really explore life the way that you want to. And those desires and those dreams and those goals that you have, those personal goals and personal dreams and personal aspirations that you have, it's getting to a point now to where the desire is getting a lot stronger, and it's bubbling up to the surface to where you are going to have to fulfill that need. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. I have to say, it may sound like a bad thing, but maybe you're going to start seeing people in situations start to leave you. That may seem like a bad thing to you, but it's actually going to be quite beneficial to you. I think there's people and situations that are no longer, within your same vibration, that the universe is going to remove so that you can actually do this. It seems as though this is very important for you. I do see self-discovery. I do see some form of self-growth. And I do see a self-independence. So especially if you're in a relationship now, like I said, I don't want to say that your partner is bad influence. I don't want to say that, but what I will say is something about that connection that could be hindering your purpose, not only your purpose, but just you as an individual. I like to always say, if you're in a relationship, it shouldn't just be, your whole life should not be in a relationship. You should still have a whole life as an individual, without even having to mention the relationship. You know what I mean? There's some people out there who, it's just all they do is, even if they're married, they're just, all they do is just, it's about the relationship and that's it. And it's like, don't you have any other dreams, goals? Like, did you just dream to become, a spouse? Come on now. So yeah, I see like there's going to be some situations where people are going to leave your life, and it's going to be for justified reasons, by the way, but definitely take it as the universe really removing people so that because you're expanding. And when you expand, especially when your soul expands, not everyone expands with you. Not everything expands with you. We have the Ace of Coins in reverse. Yeah, within a year, it's not going to be about money. I'm not even giving that it's going to be about love either. Those are not going to be the main focus. And it's not to say that you're going to be broke. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that it's not going to be a focus as much to where you're starting to lose yourself. You're starting to lose the dreams that you've had, especially as a child or in the past that you've kept on the back burner. They're also making me feel like maybe you have a bucket list of things that you want to accomplish. This is going to be that time to do so. We have the Eight of Wands, which is accelerated motion, which also indicates travel. I feel like this may not happen. This actually may start pretty soon for you. And like within a year, in a year's time, like a year from now, you would already be in the midst of that. I think it's already starting to happen as you speak. Maybe you're starting to see people, fall off. Maybe you're starting to dream about how your life would have been had you took that other path. And you're starting to now get the desire to really do that. Yeah. Now we also have domestic harmony. In this case, this is where they said balance, and then they pulled out the balance card to reiterate that. This is about, balancing your own energy, your chakras, and also making sure it feels like you're uneasy on the inside only because there's still a lot to explore. There's still a lot to experience. And these are things that you already know what it is. You just, like I said, you're in situations in which it doesn't necessarily allow for that. And Spirit's kind of urging you to really just break through those things and really do something for yourself. They're making me say for once. Do something for yourself for once. Because you need this. This is also talking about if you've been feeling very, very stressed lately, very, very anxious lately, this is the remedy. I see traveling, I see self-discovery, I see finally doing things that are not necessarily for love or necessarily for profit. And just doing things that you actually always wanted to do. And it seems like traveling is pretty much the main source or the main denominator of those wishes. We have yin and yang in reverse. Now, in reverse is referring to more so the active energies. So, taking action. Once again, I'm getting movement. That's the common theme for this pile. They keep telling me that you have there's a lot of things that you have great interest in, that you have a lot of love in, that you actually wanted to explore, but you never had the chance to. And Spirit's like, yo, now's the time. So in a year from now, I do feel like this is what you're going to be in the midst of. You're not really going to hesitate anymore when it comes to actually pursuing things that you actually want to do. You're not going to be like, well, I can't do that because of this. I can't do that because of that. You're not going to do that anymore. You're just going to do it. Now we also have let yourself receive. This tells me right here, when they said, do something for yourself for once, this is indicating for me that you guys do a lot for other people and maybe never, ever take time for yourself. It seems as though the universe wants to give you what feels like, you know how students be like, oh, this is a gap year, this is my time to relax and recharge and things like that. It seems like the universe is going to give you that opportunity to do so. And if you are in a type of career or study, I get the sense that the universe is going to make sure that you don't have to worry about that. Like, I feel like you're going to be financially taken care of by somehow, and I feel like your schooling will be able to, if you are in school, be able to be completed as you come back. And if you're in a relationship, I feel like this is something that your partner will understand that you have to do. And we have balance. The card says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. I get the sense that a lot of you guys do feel guilty, are going to feel guilty for doing this. And I think it's a natural reaction because it feels like you guys do things for people, everyone, for so long, to the point where you kind of condition yourself to never take time for yourself. And this is what the universe is trying to help correct for you. Okay? Yeah, they're also showing me the Chariot card. I see traveling is going to be a big, big thing. I can't say that enough. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's going to be a big thing for you. Even if it's like relocating to the city across, for you is going to be so impactful. But I see traveling more so in a bigger sense for you. The last card that we have is bird flying, news on the way. Now tell me this don't make you think about traveling again. You know how birds fly, to the north or the south, depending on the season? There is going to be some type of communication that you're going to get that is going to allow this to begin. Maybe you might get, I don't know, maybe someone who you actually care about as a friend or whatever might be like, you want to go to this trip, let's just go to blah, 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 blah. Or there could be maybe a situation in which your job, they want to talk about your job. For those of you guys who do have careers, there could be a situation in which the universe says remove it. And I don't know how it's going to happen, whether it's by you quitting or by you getting laid off or fired. Spirit is kind of urging you to take it as a blessing. So, because it feels like whatever job that you're currently at, if you are working, there's an imbalance. Like you're working way too many hours, or you are demanded, your time, your energy is demanded of too much at this current profession. And there could be an imbalance as far as whether or not you're getting paid enough for it. But there's going to be some type of communication that's coming towards you. Like I said, I think it's going to happen this journey is going to happen quite soon. And in a year's time, you should be in the midst of it. Like, you'll probably be watching me in the islands of Tahiti. So, with that being said, pal number 1, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this message will be helpful and something that you can look forward to. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you next time. What is up, pal number 2? This is for those who picked the amethyst stone. We're about to find out how different will your life be in a year. The cards that they gave us are the Knight of Swords. Can you see that? Can you focus, please? We got the best card in the deck, the Sun. I love this image of Ra. We also have the Knight of Coins. We have number 3, solar plexus chakra. We have 71, health. This is about abundance for sure. Abundance, stability, money as well. We have, excuse me, number 19, rest and rejuvenation in reverse. We have weight, imagination, and this card that we'll get into later. So, pile number 2, I have so much things, or they have so much things to say, actually. So hopefully this doesn't go on too long. But the difference they're saying, they're showing me the moon card, and obviously they're also showing me the sun card. The difference that is going to be occurring from your life now in a year is night and day. That's how drastic and how major the change will be. If you've been wondering why the things that you've been manifesting now have yet to arrive, have yet to come, have yet to come to fruition, it's because you have yet to step into that energy. And I feel like right now your energy is more so, they're showing me a 3 of Swords, so you could be going through some things. You could be maybe disappointed by how maybe your career or maybe just life in general is going. But there is going to be a shift. The shift is going to happen very suddenly and unexpectedly. And it's going to feel like a tower moment, but in the best possible way. I mean, to be honest, a tower moment is always a good thing, but obviously people tend to get scared of it. But it's going to feel like a tower moment because it's really literally breaking down any false beliefs, any false perspectives that you may have had about yourself and your abilities and your future. That's all going to be breaking down because you are going to transform into someone who has confidence, ambition, passion, willpower, vitality. Like, there's going to be so much life in you. It's going to be so much purpose, especially if it comes to a career that everything that you, and they're telling me to pretty much promise this, that once you step into this energy, this new vibrant, confident energy, your manifestations are going to be coming left and right, left and right. It's going to be quite easier. But I have to tell you this, you're not going to have that much free time. So try to make some room for free time because you're going to be very busy. But let's begin. So we have the Knight of Swords. You dream a lot. You're the type of manifester that tends to, when you manifest, you visualize. So it's like your manifestations aren't necessarily the issue because you know how to manifest. I would even consider you to be like a wizard or a magician or a witch in the best possible way. You know, it's always the best possible way, but you know how American society does. They tend to put a negative spin on it, but you're the type of person who I feel visualizes it and kind of immerse yourself in that dream to the point where it almost feels real, which is working for you. You know, it's just that there are I feel like also some doubts that you have that are kind of counterbalancing that. But this is indicating that things are going to be coming a lot faster. Everything that you've been manifesting now as we speak, especially, let's pull this card out, the Knight of Coins. It's been taking some time, but it's going to be a lot faster. Everything that you're manifesting now will have already accomplished then in the year, have already come to fruition in the year. So that's really a good indication that this change, this it feels like a snap. It keeps snapping, so that means it's very quick and unexpectedly. This change may happen fairly soon, to where it would make sense that a year's time, I see maybe a lot of you guys will be a lot more stable in your career. I see money, I see abundance. They're showing me the number 8, which is abundance, or the infinite symbol, I'm sorry, which is still 8. So if that's part of your goals, that's part of your manifestation, that's the thing that they're talking about loudly and clearly as to what will be achieved. Maybe if you guys have your business now, if you have your own business, it does look like it's going to be considered a success. Like, it may not be your idea of the pinnacle of success, but it will be a success in a year's time. And I think it's just going to progress even further. And that's because that's your energy. And of course, we have the Sun card. This is, now they're showing me the World card. So this is a part of your destiny. This is part of your soul's purpose. Your soul, I don't know. It feels like you maybe have struggled in previous past lives, and a little bit of that bled into this life. Struggles as in trying to succeed, trying to really attain stability, financial stability and abundance. And one of the reasons as to why your soul incarnated here was to experience a more comfortable lifestyle when it comes to money. Now, it's not to say that it's going to be easy to get there. In fact, like I said, I see hard work ahead of you. But the point is, you're meant to experience your form of happiness and joy, which it seems to be abundance, wealth, stability. And that's likely to occur in a year's time. Now we also have the solar plexus chakra. This is the energy that I was referring to. It's like you feel like you can do anything and everything. And this is the energy that's perfect for manifestation. You're not only going to say, I can do everything, you're actually going to believe it and actually implement that. You are definitely doing exactly what I try to promote, or you will be doing exactly what I try to promote when it comes to manifestation, because manifestation isn't about just, writing things down, speaking to the universe. You actually have to put some action towards it. It's like the universe has what you want, but you got to come get it. And that's exactly what you're going to be doing. This is also that life force energy. There's purpose behind your actions. You're not just doing this. It feels like you're not, yes, money is a part of the goal, but it's not to say that, I'm just doing this to get rich. It's more so like, I'm going to do this because, you know what, I'm going to show everybody that I am a success. You thought I was not going to be nothing? Well, let me prove it to you. Let me prove you wrong. I'm also going to use this to help out those who also started like me. Like, it feels like that as well. There's ambition here. There's passion here. And it feels like it's the complete opposite of what you are currently going through now. I feel like right now it's more so like, I want to give up. So maybe you're watching this like, I doubt it. But like I said, the change will happen very suddenly and very unexpectedly. It may be triggered by a certain person or a certain event. I'm not entirely sure, but it's going to feel very intense and very impactful. Now we also have health. They're referring to mental health for you. Now, it's not to say that we're not diagnosing you here. It's just more so like your thoughts. Your thoughts has been plaguing your progress. I can't blame you. Kenny can't blame you because you're human. And that typically is what's going to happen if we are not privy as to what the future has in store for us, right? We just have to lead with blind faith. But this is what's healing. And as a result, you have more faith than ever. And it's like you believe in yourself as well now. Like, not only do you believe in the universe, you also believe in yourself. We have rest and rejuvenation in reverse. Like I said, you're not going to be... Spirit is advising you to... You're going to be very busy, but still try to take some time for leisure time as well. Make sure you do that. Yeah. Definitely do that. We also have the wait card. Now, when it comes to the word wait, they're saying the wait is over, is what they're saying. And this is what I mean. Your manifestation abilities are going to be, of course, when I said that, they're showing me the Magician card. Your manifestation abilities are going to be at its peak in a year's time. And it's to the point where you're going to start noticing that you're quickly starting to manifest the things you're quickly starting to bring things into reality that you manifest. And that's something that you couldn't say a year prior. This is what you are now, pretty much. Is you feel like you've been experiencing delays. You've been feeling like you're at a waiting period, but this is kind of spirit letting you know that things won't always be like this. And in fact, if you did go through something a little bit tragic, spirit is also advising you to take your time to adjust and heal as much as you need. Because Spirit's like, we're ready when you're ready. Now we also have imagination. They're showing me the Magician card again. This is what I mean. It'll be seamless almost how you manifest. Like, it's almost as if you think about it, you put the intent out there to actually bring it to be, and maybe like, a day or two later, it actually comes to be. Obviously depending on what the manifestation is, but it's very quick, and reality would be very responsive to your thoughts. I have to say, you are coming across as very much I don't know if you're a magic user, wizard, witch, warlock, whatever you want to refer it to, but it just seems like you've kind of mastered the art of manifestation at this point. And hey, not everyone can say that, and it will be evident. I think you also have stories to tell, like, yo, look where I came from, look where I am now. I think you also will be a true testament that manifestation actually works. The last card that we have is, we have Fair Man. Who is this? Who the hell is this? They're showing me the Empress card. So you may have like a project. I feel like there's some entrepreneurs here. You may have a project or an idea or a concept. If this is not you, which I'm not getting that it's you actually, but there is an individual that's going to assist you as well. Because it seems as though the seeds has already been planted. You just maybe needed someone else to water it. This is going to be the person to do so. This universe is sending in reinforcements, sending in backup. Now, I think this person may come across as like a mentor, but this person may also have, or maybe just be an example. Maybe this is the person that triggers you into snapping out of, your current energy and really going into this type of energy. I get the sense that this is someone who is status-wise, success-wise, financially, is kind of where you desire to be at. And they may either mentor you or just simply inspire you. And that's when the shift is going to occur. So, hey, I'm excited for you guys. I'm going to call this my favorite pile. This is amazing, absolutely amazing. So, pile number 1, keep your head up. Things will get better. It does get better. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up? Pile number 3. We're about to find out how different will your life be in a year. The cards that they gave us are the 2 of Coins in reverse. We also have the 7 of Coins in reverse. The 8 of Swords. We have number 1, Awareness, which in this deck is this is the Magician. And we also have number 56, Relationship Change. We have the Thinking Man in reverse, number 46. We have Father Healing. We have Peace. And we also have this card that we'll get into later. So the scenario that they were playing out to me as I was giving you the cards that they gave us, and it may not even relate to everyone. It's very specific. It may not even relate to anyone. The general idea is that relationships will be mended between you and a parental figure, but this is a scenario that they gave me. It feels like for some of you guys, there could have been let's just say, for example, your mom has passed. Your dad was married to your mom before she passed, and then your dad, after your mom passed, your dad remarried, and this did not sit well with you. I'm getting like an evil stepmother vibe coming through. Now, I'm not saying that she's evil, but it's just that's the trope that they're playing me, is that this may be how you view them, like they're the enemy. You are trying to replace my mom. Because of that, that's definitely caused a rift between the relationship between you and the father. That's a very specific scenario. But overall, this is really speaking about how two unrelated things are actually affecting each other. Like, for example, they're showing me that some of you guys are trying to manifest something, whether it's a new job, new relationship, new love, just new life in general. I see there's some intention that has been placed. However, it's been stalled. I think it's been stalled, but you may not know why. And it's because there's still something left to be fixed in this cycle. There's still something before we close this chapter and move on to the new chapter where the manifestation comes to be. There's still something that we have to fix. And it seems as though it's mending a relationship with either, it could be a father figure, it could be a mother figure, or it could just be someone who's like a parent to you. And it doesn't even have to be that certain situation about being remarried. There is an issue here because I feel there's also a conflict. So, in a year's time, it seems as though this is what's going to be ending, so that you can finally be able to see those manifestations actually come to fruition. So with that being said, let's begin. We have the Two of Coins in reverse. It speaks about an imbalance. It feels like a lot of times whoever you have this issue with in your family, it feels like a lot of times you tend to act like you're fine. Like what's happening on the inside is the exact opposite of what you show on the outside. Yeah, I get if there is a like stepmother vibe. I don't necessarily get that she's evil. I get that maybe that's how you view her or view them. I get that this person could, or this stepmother, doesn't have to be stepmother, it could be stepfather as well, but the step parent actually treats you as their own, or actually views you as as their own, and that's how it should be. But it seems like there's some rejection from your end as well. But overall, it's an imbalance. It feels like your energy is off, and you may not even know as to why that is. Maybe sometimes you get irritated very quickly, or maybe get sad really quickly. And you may not know what the source is, but the Spirit is saying this is the source. Now we also have Seven of Coins in reverse. This is the manifestation that I was referring to that are kind of being stalled at the moment. They're showing me the Devil card. And in this case, it's not necessarily the best thing, because there's something holding you back from making these manifestations come to fruition. And it stems from making sure that your entire energy is not plagued by what feels like anger, frustration, regret, sadness. We also have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So what's happening now is that I feel as though when you don't see any manifestations occur, it definitely takes a toll on your perspective about who you are. I think it definitely, it just makes you sink further and further into the abyss. But this speaks about being, feeling trapped, feeling like you can't move forward, especially in life. And I do feel that within a year's time, there is going to be some time where you actually do some self-reflecting and see what the source is. Now, maybe I get the sense that it has to do with like a conflict with a family member. Because they keep showing me the Five of Wands, which is my conflict card. So yeah. We have number one, which is awareness. As you know, number one, it does indicate maybe a new start or a new beginning, which is what you really want. And this is about manifestation as well. Yeah. So it's almost as if Spirit is saying, like, within a year's time, your manifestations will actually come to be. if you do take care of this issue, and you guys know what it is, it's not something small. I get the sense that a day doesn't go by without you thinking about this particular scenario, particular conflict. And unfortunately, it's not conducive to wanting to make things manifest. The energy is not right. Relationship change. So this could mean a lot of things. This could mean the scenario that they refer to this reading about the stepmother situation. This could also mean that a relationship, as in there needs to be an improvement in a particular relationship in order for everything else in your life to improve. More specifically, I see like a career-related manifestation that you really want to sprout. So yeah. We have the thinking man. Now the thinking man in reverse, in this case, and with all due respect, this is like, in this case, foolish. Because there's actually a lesson to be learned here. There's actually some growth to be achieved here, and it feels like a lot of you could be avoiding it, maybe trying not to engage, and if you do engage, it turns into an argument. I think maybe let's just say, for example, it is the stepmother situation. Let's just say that's the case. You know, there's going to come a time where you're just going to have to accept the fact that life still continues, and people who pass on, that's actually what they want, is for those that they've left behind to still continue life as if they're still here in the physical. And if that means finding a new partner, then so be it. So I do feel like there could be some immature aspect that maybe you or maybe the other party could be exhibiting, but I do believe this is not something that you guys, although it doesn't feel small, it's still something that you are able to fix. It's still fixable. Father healing. So they're showing me the Sun card. I don't know if you are the only child or the youngest child, but whoever this parental figure is doesn't have to necessarily be a father or a male. Whoever this parental figure is, you're the pride and joy. And so it pains them to really be disconnected from you. Despite what they may say, despite how it may appear, they're hurting. They're saying that you're their pride and joy, you're their everything. They actually still view you like a child, which is probably not a good thing. But I think it's their way of saying, like, you're still my baby. Despite how much you've grown, you're still my baby. There's a lot of love here. And I just think it's just a small little hiccup that needs to be mended so that you guys can both move on and so that your life can finally progress. Peace. You'll be more at peace with the situation. You'll be more at peace within your own self and your own energy. And that's the type of energy that's going to be a little bit more ripe for manifestation. So, let's get into the last card. choose Tiger. Doing something risky, taking a chance. Now they're showing me the Queen of Cups, which is like my mother card. It's one of my mother cards. I don't know if it's you or the other person, but someone here has a very ferocious attitude, or maybe just a ferocious, approach to how they handle this situation. And I think what's being advised is whoever has that, which I believe could be you, whoever has that type of approach when it comes to this, they're kind of advising you to switch it up and be a little bit more considerate and compassionate. And that's how this is going to be resolved. And when it comes to taking a chance, this could even mean maybe, let's say, for example, to keep bringing up that example, and I know probably maybe only a handful of you guys relate to this example, but the taking a chance part could be maybe actually, instead of, showing some type of initiative and rectifying any type of issue that you may have with the stepmother. But yeah, there's definitely advice to handle this with care and approach it with an open heart, and when you do talk to whoever this person is that you have conflict with, that do it in a way where you're trying to resolve. The goal should be to resolve it. And once that's resolved, you'll notice that your energy will be a lot more in check. There won't be any type of sudden mood swings or changes and shifts within your emotions. You'll also notice that there's going to be a significant change within your reality, especially when it comes to manifestation. So, hey, pile number 3. I'm not gonna say this is gonna be easy. It may not be easy for you, but like I said, I think this is fixable. Whatever this issue is between you and this family member is fixable, and there's still a lot of love here, a lot of love, and that it's clearly vital and essential, or the manifestations would not be put on hold. So, my advice, if you want your manifestation to come by a lot more sooner, you might want to resolve this as soon as you can. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the message. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 4? This is for those who picked the black tourmaline stone. We're about to find out how different will your life be in a year. The cards that they gave us are the 3 of Cups. Can you focus, please? 3 of Cups in reverse. We also have Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. Temperance, which sounds like it would apply to the energy that I'm feeling. We also have the High Priestess. We have number 6. This is moving on, but it's also the 6 of Swords. We have number 85, Follow Your Dreams. Number 10, Storm Warning. something's ending for something else to begin. We have divine magic. We have loneliness, as well as this card that we'll get into later. Pile number 1, or I'm sorry. Pile number 4. First of all, this energy is, listen up, because they got a lot of things to tell to you, and it's very important. This energy feels like a brand new version of you that is way more independent, way more assertive, way more, I get what I want, I go after what I want, that type of energy. Also, kind of like a rebellious energy that's happening as well. I almost feel like you are someone who maybe society has expected something of you, whether it's society or people, family members, even loved ones have expected you to go one route, but you, within a year's time, are going to go another route. They're saying that you played the game. Now, I think what they meant by that is that you played the status quo, like for example, let's just say you are a woman who attempted to abide by society by becoming a wife, right? So you played the game, and now it's time to play it by my rules. So what that means for you potentially is that some of you guys, I'll be honest with you, I see a breakup or an ending of a relationship or a marriage so that you can actually experience life as an individual and actually do things and explore things that you've always wanted but maybe never could. Yeah, they keep giving me marriage imagery. So it's making me believe that marriage, or just maybe even relationships, have been more of a hindrance than a benefit. The type of hindrance in which you may feel trapped, like your wings have been clipped. You've been tied down. So I feel like in a year's time, there could be a very drastic change in your relationship status. And if this is not like an actual romantic relationship, this could be maybe with family members or with friends. And it's going to be very maybe, unexpected from them, but you've kind of always known this was coming. So we have the Three of Cups in reverse. This is what I'm referring to when I say that there is going to be somewhat of a disconnect from either people. This could even be the Three of Cups could indicate you, someone else, and what lies in between, which is the contract, whether it's marriage or agreement, or it's something else that's holding you back, maybe by blood. But they're showing me marriage. They keep wanting me to speak for that. And they also want me to bring up, because I used to read a lot of literature that was written by women, and the common theme was how, basically how society has oppressed women. Something that still happens. But more specifically, they were using marriage, the institution of marriage, and being a wife and a mother, how that was also oppressing. And I always love those type of readings because I feel like a lot of those same ideas and concepts are still played in society today. That's not just 1960s. And I feel like that could have been an example of what some of you guys may have gone through. I'm getting like arranged marriage. Like, I know that's pretty big in the Indian community, in the Indian culture, arranged marriage. That's what I'm getting. Like, I'm getting like, I played the game, like I was forced into this, and I went by it just for the sake of, this is what they wanted. But now I'm going to do what I actually will want, and I actually been wanting to do. It's almost as if some of you guys did that just to appease maybe your mom or your dad or whatever. Now we have the Temperance card. They're saying that in a year's time, you're going to have your hand in everything. So it seems like there's like a long list of things that you want to achieve, that you want to experience, that you want to explore. I'm even getting like food. Like there's a lot of food that you want to try, maybe from different parts of the world. It's almost as if you're tired of letting, whether it's people, whether it's society, whether it's family, really hold you back from seeing the world, exploring the world as an individual. And this is what the difference is between being alive and living. I think some people just go with the motion, and that's probably something that you've been doing, and that's probably what they mean by playing the game. And now you're ready to live. You're ready to live your life. They're saying everything that you want to accomplish, you will be accomplishing within a year's time. And everything that you want to experience, that you will be as well. We have the High Priestess card. The High Priestess in this case speaks about you. This is something that you've been wanting. It's not going away. That urge, even if you're in a particular situation that may feel like you're trapped, that you can't spread your wings and fly, you will have a decision that you have to make, and you will intuitively make the right decision, which is to fly. And it's not going away because it's something that you've always desired. And maybe this is something that your soul has always desired. Maybe this is an indication that your past lives has also been, you experienced being trapped, which would make sense. So you know what you have to do, and I think you've always known. I think it's going to be a shock to everyone else, but it's not going to be a shock to you. This is like, it feels like you've been planning this for a time. It's just maybe you took maybe a year or two to really appease the people so they can just shut up. And then you're like, you know what? Watch, in a year's time, all this is going to change. So there is a decision that you're going to make. For a lot of you guys, it's going to be, should I stay or should I go? What is Spirit suggesting you to do? Of course you know, to go. We also have moving on. This card could sometimes indicate traveling. But once again, this is you. And as you can see, this is really your solo in this card. Following your own path. Speaking of following your own path, we also have following your dreams. Some of you guys intentionally put your dreams on the back burner for the sake of other people's, happiness and so that they can be appeased. And you're done with that. So for some of you guys, traveling could be a theme that you will experience, but I definitely see a lot of you doing a lot of things solo. That's what I see. Like, I don't think you're even focused on relationship or anything like that. Like, I don't get that you are. Mm-mm. Because now you're moving on to the part of your journey in which you want to be happy. And it seems as though your idea of happiness is probably the exact opposite of what maybe your family and society believes. We have storm warning, which is number 10, which indicates an ending. Something is ending in order for you to begin this. Whether it's a relationship that's ending, such as a marriage, or maybe there's a job that you have that's very, hindering on that end, and now it's time for you to explore a career field that you actually do like. It's not going to be met well with with happiness. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's going to be, for you, it's going to be like, it's not that big of a deal. Like divorce happens all the time, or people leave their job all the time. People could be good at something, doesn't mean they actually enjoy it. Like, for you, it's not going to be a big deal, but for everybody else, it's chaos. So it's not going to be met well with, or it's not going to be met with, congratulations, okay? Like, I don't see that type of response, but I also see that you don't care. Because you're kind of ahead of the game. You know that this is important. Other people may not see that or understand that at the moment. And I don't think you care if they ever do understand. Now we also have divine magic. So we have extra magical energy surround your situation right now. Expect miracles. One thing I have to say is they're showing me also the King of Pentacles in reverse, which is not, if it's a person, that's definitely not the partner that you want. Only because this is definitely someone who's going to try to keep you in their box. You know what I mean? Someone who's a little bit, this is not the type of person that's going to be who's going to be encouraging of you to be let's say, a career woman. If you're a woman, if you're a heterosexual woman, this is not someone who is going to be satisfied with you being a working wife and mom. This is someone who wants you to be like a stay-at-home wife. Now, if that's what you want, there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't get the sense that that's what you want. Maybe down the line, but I don't get the sense that that's what you want, at least for right now. But overall, it doesn't have to be the person, that image of the King of Pentacles in reverse. It could also just be an institution. But the point is, it's something that's keeping you, that's weighing you down, that's hindrance, that isn't necessarily open to change, and so that you have to go out and seek out change. But the point is, it's going to be very unexpected for everyone else when they see this, and for you, it's going to be very liberating. It's going to be very, like the card suggests, magical, and it's really just going to shift this energy that's been surrounding you and within you, and it's going to feel very cathartic, even, because it's like, yo, all that energy that I've been, all that desires, all the dreams. Like, I finally could actually do it without, opposition. We have loneliness. And the card says, I know that I am never alone. This is showing me the Nine of Pentacles. So this is referring to the fact that there is independence that you're going to be achieving. And it's a type of independence in which it's really going to, I feel like it could even make a stance. Like it's such a difference from the norm. I don't know why that is. And like I said, maybe that's why they brought up the arranged marriage deal, is that I feel like you doing this is going to have somewhat of a impact on whatever family or community that you're in. And despite people thinking that you're going to be miserable for doing this, you're actually going to be quite content and very happy doing so. And like I said, I do get the sense that this is like a solo journey that's occurring. That's going to be the big theme within a year. Solo journey. Some of you guys, I also see that you guys are going to be exploring a new business or a new idea or a new job. And that's something that you maybe never could have done prior to this change occurring. But yeah, the overall thing is being more, or just allowing yourself to really explore life as an individual instead of maybe as a couple, or maybe as how maybe society has written it for you. And you're going to be so happy in doing so. The last card that we have, well, I've gone on too long, sorry. But the last card that we have Beau. You are highly thought of. So for this card, it will worry some people when you do this. Maybe this is family member that's coming through, but it will worry some people. They're gonna be worried about you. Like, is she fine? Is this person fine on her own or on their own? This could even be as something as not as huge, but well, to me, it's still huge. Like just moving out of your family's home. And that's something that was not advised by them, but you did it anyways. So there's going to be a lot of people worrying about you, but you're not going to let that stop you. That's what it doesn't look like it. And I'm sure you're going to assure them that, everything's okay. I know all that, but you just have to do what's right for you. Sorry for going on too long. It's just that I kind of got passionate a little bit especially about the, because I'm a feminist, so hearing that example that they gave about the, doing something that rebels against what society has placed for women, I just get very passionate about that. And so if this is your story, I'm encouraging you, I'm fighting for you, I'm on your team. So let's do it. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this message, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.